This week we're going to highlight the historic price volatility associated with the September grain stocks report from the USDA. We're also going to take a look at corn progress as well as short-term weather trends. We're going to focus on some dryness developing in Brazil. We're going to wrap things up with a long-term view on December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into the last week of September here, and that means it's time for harvest. Before we get into that, however, we're going to talk about a very important USDA report that will be released on Monday, September 30th. It's the grain stocks report. Let's take a look at the history of price changes associated with that report. Looking here again at the close of that day the report is released compared to the previous day, we've seen a fair amount of volatility over the years. Not every year, but several years here, double-digit gains or double-digit losses. So the critical message here is to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to have your marketing plan in place prior to the release of the report. Let's switch gears now and take a look at the latest crop condition ratings. USDA came out here on Monday and pegged crop conditions for corn, 65% good to excellent. That's unchanged from last week. Notice last year, however, was only 53%, so we're still looking at some conditions that are well above last year. Let's take a look at the history of that crop condition index. Notice it's kind of stabilized here as the growing season winds down. Still the second highest level of the last 8 years. Let's now take a look at corn harvest progress. We're looking here at a fairly decent start to corn harvest here. Over the next 2 weeks between September 22nd and October 6th, on average, corn harvested increases approximately 16%. So weather permitting, we'll be around that 30% level as we move into that first full week of October. Speaking of weather, let's take a look at the short-term trends. Our slides this week are courtesy of National Weather Service. We're looking here at the next 7 days. We're looking at some rainy pattern developing here, particularly in the south, and as we move further north into that central part of the Corn Belt, particularly that eastern part of the Corn Belt, that'll be from the remnants of the hurricane that's forecast to develop this week. Let's take a look at a more of an extended view here of temperatures during the month of October. Notice here the National Weather Service is forecasting mostly equal chances of above or below normal temperatures for the month of October for most of the growing area. What about precip? A little bit of a drier pattern developing, particularly across that western belt here in October. As we move further east and further north, equal chances during the month of October. Let's shift our focus now to South America, specifically looking at where that first season corn is produced in Brazil. Now, as we're harvesting corn here in the U.S., they are planting corn. The first season corn in Brazil, first season corn usually accounts for around 25 to 27% of total corn production in Brazil. Notice the several states there north to south. Notice Mato Grosso, the #1 producing corn state for second season corn, produces very little the first season. The concern that the market has right now is it's very dry in Brazil, historically dry in some cases. Looking at here, they're well below average for many of those areas we just highlighted. Let's look at corn planting progress now. We're looking at planting progress here a little bit below last year, 16%. Last year at this time, a little over 18%. We'll follow this closely for you moving forward. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn. December corn futures as we tape here on Tuesday have rebounded a bit, trading right at $4.10 a bushel. Notice we're approaching that crop insurance period in October. That's why it's critical to continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'd be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an upload. And make sure to join our ATI Pro Media team on Monday, September 30th at 11 o'clock Central Time, shortly before 11 o'clock. They'll have an immediate reaction to the USDA report. Then we'll follow that up at 1:30 p.m. Central Time with a market analysis, a detailed market analysis of the numbers. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.